All right, we are here. We're 3 weeks out from competition. It's the pro debut, and man, by the way, name's Kemet. You can call me Kem. I'm out of Dave Fisher's Powerhouse Gym in Torrance, California, and man, it's so motivating just having an environment where people are, getting after it. But and the organization I compete with is the INBA PNBA, International Natural Bodybuilding Association. And man, it's time to buckle down, because let me tell you what's been happening. Just a couple things on my mind. Number one, I've really been working on throughout this prep, just eliminating distractions, because there's so much that's always going on in the world that can pull on your focus, that can take you away from what you're doing. Cell phone can take hours away, social media, replies, DMs, whatever that is. And what I had to do was tell myself, okay, what's important right now and what truly needs my attention. And once I got those things in place, then I was able to, kind of get into the mind frame of where I needed to be. And so there's a lot that goes into a contest prep, and we have to be absolutely perfect on about 5 different things. And number one of the things that's easy to mess up even when you're not on contest prep is sleep. Getting your sleep, right? Our muscles need to recover. Number 2, and this is in no particular order, nutrition, huge one. You drive anywhere down the street, you're hit with smells, you're hit with logos, you're hit with cravings. And so one thing that I always remember to tell myself is to make sure that I eat enough and on time, because I don't want that hormone in my body called ghrelin to rise, which raises my hunger. And when that hormone is very high and very prevalent in the body, then our willpower goes down to basically follow your diet, because at that point you're just like, let me eat something. Then what sounds bomb right now? You know what I mean? Especially after a long day of work or a long day of just giving your attention to other people and taking care of other people. So I try not to let that hormone rise, so that way I'm fully focused on my diet. So that's number 2. And then number 3 is, of course, proper training. Making sure that my exercise selection is what it needs to be in order to emphasize and bring out and highlight different body parts. Making sure that I'm getting to the gym. Making sure that I'm consistent. And that is, of course, a big part of it. And so, training. And then number 4 would be the proper supplementation, right? So the INBA, PNBA, right, where we have to adhere to strict guidelines of what supplements we can take. And so, looking at the WADA 2021 prohibited list, making sure all the ingredients, okay, all right, let me check this, okay, let me see, here's the fish, here goes the fish oil, okay, we're good, or whatever it is. And so, and then finding the right kind of things that are accessible and that can, even if it's a 2% help, sweet. So proper supplementation and not missing the supplements. How easy it's, because it's easy to just take your supplements, but your protein powders, all that stuff. But it's also easy to do. But since it's easy to do, it's also easy not to do. So just making sure that I'm consistent. So I'm getting that part in, okay? 2, 3, 5% difference that'll make. Awesome. Then after the supplementation is number 5, managing stress. Because, man, how big is that, especially in today, in 2021. And, the physiological response from a lot of stress, occurring is it raises cortisol. And when cortisol is raised, that's going to, of course, totally inhibit your fat loss. And when cortisol is raised, it doesn't do anything good for us physically. And so I just always remember that my thoughts become things, because stress comes from a thought, right? And our thoughts generate physiological responses in our body, right? Kind of like if you're a guy, you see a girl you like, or you're a girl and you're with a guy you like, right? And they do something, it turns you on, a physiological response happens, you know what I mean? And that's just from a thought. So that's a positive physiological response. And so a negative physiological response, like stress or a negative thought, can channel a negative physiological response. So just kind of being on top of how important my headspace is during my entire prep, it's making such a huge difference. And also how I carry myself as a coach, and when I run into problems, I have to put out fires. And so I know I named 5, but the real thing that it all comes down to, and maybe some of you are burnt out on this word, but this is all that it comes down to at the end of the day, is mindset. Your thinking, how you approach, and realizing how much control you have over every single situation. Because when you take ownership for your hard work or your lack of hard work, that is why you are where you are, for your hard work or your lack of hard work. And I tell myself that. That's where I am, where I am. Am I making progress in some areas? Absolutely. Am I doing not the best in the other areas that I wish I was doing better? Absolutely. But I take the ownership back by saying this is my fault for this win and for this loss. And when I take the ownership back, then it gives me the control to fix it or change it or keep it going. And so I'm getting my thoughts. I'm controlling the mind. You know how it's a double-edged sword. You can be your best friend or your worst enemy, right? Who are you today, right? That's what I'm just mastering that. And so when I keep my headspace good, I keep my mindset in the right place, then I make progress. And so I've been on prep for 12 weeks now, and I'm not sleeping on any competition. And that's all I'm doing is I'm valuing delayed gratification. Do I want to go freaking pull up to In-N-Out or have a burger or have my favorite food, the soul food? I want to do all of that. But that will not make me happy in the moment. I mean, it will make me happy in the moment. Let me correct that. It will make me happy in the moment, but it won't make me happy if I don't get the result that I'm looking for. And that delayed gratification is what I'm looking for. It's that happiness when they announce my name to win the show. That, and everyone's celebrating, and we can go and have all the food in the world and do all of that. So I'm just trying to get there, and I'm putting my best foot forward. That's all we can do. And I appreciate you hearing me out, and don't worry, you got that. I'm not gonna let you down either. All right, so we'll make this work. So pro debut's coming up, and it's only a matter of time now. We are getting here, guys. All right, see you soon.